Okay, this is Orlando Wilson, and what I want to talk about in this video is something to do with due diligence. And if you're in business, any type of business, you need to understand due diligence. Why? You need to ensure the people you're doing business with are actually going to pay you. You need to ensure the people you're providing a product to, selling a product to, is actually going to pay you. And it can be difficult these days because a lot of scammers and even a lot of business people that portray themselves as being business people, might not have the money to pay for your services. They might portray that they have the money to pay for your services. They might pretend they have the money to pay the services, but when you put the invoice in, everybody's complaining about they don't have the money, they want a discount, etc. So due diligence is extremely important. And this video come to mind, so I was dealing with somebody recently, and this person, nice enough person, but they live way beyond their means. You meet the person, they're very bling bling, very flash, has the nice car, has the business, has this, has that. But even his secretaries will tell you they're scrambling to make money. They're scrambling to have money. The girls are saying they're waiting to get fired every month because there's never enough money to pay their paychecks, and sometimes they don't get a full paycheck, etc. But their boss is Mr. Bling Bling, Mr. Successful, even though everybody knows he's not. Could this gentleman take a little bit of a lifestyle cut and be okay? Yeah, I'm sure he could, but he's addicted to the bling bling lifestyle. And again, I spoke to him recently about something, and it was like, there's no way I'd get involved with him. Nice enough guy, but I'll leave him be what he is because I don't need the aggravation of having to chase after him to get paid. I'd sooner say no to that type of client. And this is where I've bumped into how many people over the years. They portray themselves as being big shots, they portray themselves as being successful, but they're not. The classic one, and I know guys in South Florida that used to do this just to pick up chicks, yeah? Just to make themselves successful, seem successful. And this is a little dating trick if you're a little bit superficial. If you go to Sunbiz, which is the Florida Division of Licensing website, I think you can set up a company there for less than $100 within 24 hours. You just have to fill some paperwork in, etc., etc. Within 24 hours, you can have a company in the state of Florida. No banking, no whatever. You can't do anything with it. It's not giving you the right to work. You just own a company. And I think that can be done for international people as well. So you can go to Sunbiz and set up a company. And I know how many guys that went and set up, I know a few guys that went and set up production companies. So yes, they were going to be they wanted to be in the media world, the production world, and all the rest of it. So for $100, they go and set up a production company, which made them the owner of a production company. Then they had the business card sorted out, so it says, okay, we're the owner of whatever production company in the state of Florida. That used to go down very well when they're going out to bars and clubs, meeting chicks and giving out business cards saying they're the owner of whatever production company that's based in South Beach, etc. Makes them seem like a big shot. In the meantime, I know one of the guys was working for me, and I know a couple of his friends were working just doing waiters and menial jobs. But they had the business cards, and if you Googled them, it showed up that they owned a production company on South Beach. The same can be done in any type of business. A lot of people do it with associations. This is an old thing with security associations where, you know what, you can set up I've said this in other videos, you can set up the biggest badass Bodyguard association in the world and make yourself the president now. All you need to do these days is set up an Instagram page, some social media, and maybe register a company. And that makes you an expert in the security business because you're the president of the biggest badass Bodyguard association in the world, right? So this is where I'm very wary of titles these days. I'm very wary of people that put themselves across as having money, of being influential, etc. I'm very wary of people until I actually see the goods, until I see the money. A business card and meeting somebody first off where they can be flash, etc., doesn't mean nothing. I want to see the substance. Another one for the dating thing in South Florida, and this is how people put themselves across as being important. I know somebody there that was into high-end real estate, and one of their biggest issues was guys turning up to view houses that could never afford the houses. So again, these guys used to put up a little bit of a glitzy, glam, bling bling social media presence, and they used to save up their money from their manual jobs, whatever they're doing, their regular jobs, save up their money, fly to South Florida, rent a luxury car, which generally doesn't cost much, especially off season, then pick up some chick and take them around to view houses, i.e. I'm just in South Florida to view some houses and take some chick out. Do you want to come with me to see some houses I'm looking to buy? Take them around, show them some $1 million houses, and that's it. That's their day trip to South Florida. This realtor was saying it was difficult for them. Well, it was part of their job to stop wasting their time to go through and work out, yes, to the people that's coming to view the house, can they actually afford it? Or is this just some wannabe that's bringing his girlfriends along so he can try and impress them that he's got loads of money? In the meantime, he's just saved up for a year because he works in Burger King or some shit, right? So it's very easy for people to put on a persona that they have money, that they can afford your services, and they don't. So this is where you always need to do your due diligence and check out who you're dealing with. Just because somebody's a boss, just because somebody owns a company, just because somebody drives a flash car that could be rented, just because I know people that they drive flash cars, but they got to be careful where they park them because they haven't paid for them in the past few months and they could be repoed. So this is where you got to make sure you scratch the surface and actually see what's below the people you're dealing with. I got another article up on my blog, First Impressions. It's something about first impressions. I can't remember the title, but there's a few articles up on the blog about dealing with people, business-wise, etc. Also, my book, Social Navigation, talks about this quite a bit. So always be careful who you're dealing with. And to me, until somebody's known, until somebody's trusted, until somebody is tested, you know what, you're nobody, absolutely nobody, until you put the money down or you prove yourself. Just my opinion. Just my opinion from quite a few years experience now. So in the meantime, follow me along on social media. I've also have an array of books up on Amazon that talks about various aspects of the security business, crime fiction, life, etc. And also check out the blogs, the Risk Incorporated blog, my blog. Truth only has a few friends because there's a load of content up there. So in the meantime, follow us along on social media. Be good, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and never believe anything anybody says to you. It's just words. Once the words are proven, once the actions prove beyond the words, then trust somebody. But if all somebody's doing is talking, it's just fucking hot air.